Welcome to Millennial Wrench. We, here in the shop, hope that you'll enjoy going along with us as we do a variety of random automotive shenaniganry. Sometimes it'll be repair, sometimes it'll be upgrade, sometimes it will be just doing stupid things because we think it's going to be funny. We hope that you will be able to come along with us and enjoy the ride. Today, we're going to be doing something rather mundane, but useful. This is the seat, the driver's seat specifically, out of my 2003 Chevrolet Tahoe. It's a Z71 four-wheel drive that's got a whole bunch of fancy bells and whistles, one of which is a seat heater, which doesn't work, which sucks, because there's a button that just says no. And I don't know about you, but when I press a button, I want it to do the thing it's supposed to do. In order to do this, we're going to pull the seat cover, replace the seat foam while we've got it apart, and the heating element, because these have a tendency that over time with use, they will burn a small hole in one of the traces, which I'll show you, and creates a short, which the system will shut the seat off so that it doesn't burn your truck down, with or without you in it. Either way, it's bad. Let's get started. Okay, so what appears to be the first step, if I can get this Phillips head in the screw, is to take this side panel off, which covers up the switches. Also looks to pinch the side of the seat cover to the seat frame itself. So we'll get this out of the way, and with any luck, this will not have been pointless. Ah, we have plugs. Is this a pinch plug or a... Now if we can do this without breaking this, because General Motors likes to use really weak, brittle plastic. It's good. It's good. We're fine. Okay, so there is one little clamp on the right here that realistically you can just pull. It doesn't have too strong of a locking mechanism. It's basically a friction fit, so we're going to pull that out, and then we should be able to somehow worm this whole piece off the side of the seat. Words are hard. This is going to either work or it's just going to break. Yep. All right, we're just going to pull and wiggle. And so now we have one plastic piece out of the way. Your seat in here is probably gross, just like mine is. So take this opportunity to clean it up, and if anything needs lubricating, like the seat rails or anything, just give it a squirt of something lubricatey, like white lithium grease. Haha, like this. We're professional. This is kind of frustrating. It appears that it's rather frustrating and the seat wants to keep doing this. So if you're like me, and you know, effectively by yourself, small ratchet strap may solve the problem. Much better. Okay, so now we just go around and I guess try to lift the seat cover up off of the seat itself. There appears to be a variety of things that we'll try to hang up on, and you want to avoid tearing it because we're not replacing the seat cover. All right, something's binding it back here. I don't know what just yet. So you just keep working this and you'll get to where you can flip this over. The seat cover is held to the foam here by what looks like some kind of Velcro type arrangement that just unpeels. So we're gonna lift and unstick and unstick and unstick and just keep doing this until we figure out what is going to hold us up next. Or possibly, maybe, pull the foam out from underneath the seat cushion or the seat cover itself. I don't know. So now I'm going to see if we can somehow tease the foam out either from underneath or figure out how to get the rest of this seat cover off. So I'm pretty sure this is not what's actually supposed to happen. I think I just tore it. Yeah, I did. When I figure out how you're supposed to do this correctly, we'll tell you. But this is basically free, the whole lower seat cushion. You will see here that it has a wire that you're going to have to contend with. I assume it looks like it just loops down and under and plugs into the harness here. So my suggestion would be to have flipped the seat over and unplugged that wire first before you start all this crap. But you know, I'm figuring it out as I go along, so maybe you don't have to. Ouch. This little connector has a equally green socket that comes down over top of it and latches onto the little nubbin. Actually, no, that little nubbin. All you got to do is get one of these flat blade screwdriver and lift up on the flap that catches just here, and it will just slide out of the receptacle. Looks like something is holding it under here. But how? Is it just this clip? Nope, that's holding wiring loom. This is the clips from the underside. Looks like if you reach up underneath the seat, you can get to these and pull them back and out. And probably get this seat cover out the correct way. But you got to be gentle with this, because like I said, we're not trying to destroy this. We want to reuse the seat cover. There's going to be some upholstery guy somewhere, if we get lucky, that watches this and is like dying inside because I'm doing this all wrong. And I'm sorry. So if I can go that way with that, and then maybe do a little wiggle and pull and push. And shake. Aha! Less gently. More, nope, too much. More gently. Come on. Come out of there. You've been in there for like ever. Surely you want to see the outside. Go outside! Slide back. There you go. I knew you could do it. I had faith in you. One seat cover. This right here is what we're trying to prevent from happening worse. Well, one of the things. The seat foam gets soft and the side compresses and the leather splits. If you've ever, well, and apparently a bolt hole or something gets pressed up against there and tears that. If you ever looked at any of these trucks, they get high mileage on them and the side of the seat is all blown out. happens to like all of them. This one is not as bad as most, and I would like to prevent it from getting worse if I can. So that's why we went ahead and ordered the foam, because we had to go inside the seat anyway. This is the back of the seat. It looks like it's molded to simply catch over the back of the seat frame here. So while this is all pulled apart and accessible, I'm just going to take a rag and a vacuum, suck up all of this old seat foam detritus, and clean this up a little bit, and then we can see about putting the new stuff in. We have one box. Contents: seat heater. Don't pay attention to that. We have one bag. Contents: foam. Now we just have to figure out how to put this back on. But first, let's investigate the old foam and heater, see if we can see where it burned, because I'm mildly interested, and you might be too. Here we have the old cushion, and this is the seat heater, which apparently has part number 2003 GMT 805 heater cushion element driver. Apparently they're specific. This is part number 889402288. That's probably from General Motors and cost like a whole house because they're expensive. We're going to try to remove this. Maybe I can peel. Maybe. Oh, lift. Lifting is the move. Oh, it's adhesed apparently. But we're just gonna do this. And then in the middle, and then back here, and then throw that away. It's right there. So it doesn't take much to ruin an electrical circuit, but if you'll see right here, it got toasty and it burned through, and it's hard to see, but it is torn. And that's all it takes to ruin it. The circuit is set up to detect that there is a short in it, and then it won't allow it to turn on because it's pressed up against foam, and if it gets hot enough, it could set the foam on fire and, you know, burn your truck down, possibly with you in it, because why would your seat heater be turned on if you're not in the truck? I mean, if you just like warming it up, I mean, you can do that. I'm not your dad. I don't care. Just don't burn your truck down. New foam. Nice. Wrong one. Nope. Nope. Yep. It has the same style of plug, but it's not green, which is irritating. It's also on the wrong side. Why have they done that? They've got these little adhesive strips, which are obviously meant to adhere to the foam, like so, but they don't. But it doesn't fit. So upon further consideration, due to the wire being on the wrong side, really would prefer not to extend it because I don't know exactly how long it needs to be, and we could end up with a whole bunch of excess wire in places that are moving. So we're going to opt to ignore the built-in adhesive and glue this to the foam using some generic, in my particular case, it's Permatex brand, spray adhesive. This stuff is pretty simple. You spray it on. Where did it go, George? All right, we've got this laid down nicely. I used way too much glue, and it will probably never come off ever again. So be mindful if you do this. The glue gets everywhere. We're gonna let this set for a few minutes, and then maybe 5, and then we're going to see about getting the seat cover on and this back in the seat frame.
I said do the back first, but I think you probably need to do the front first. Because you're going to want to stretch the seat back this way.
Okay. So that goes down over that. This comes down this way.
Both sides.
Let's see when I'm just trying to get it to push.
Yeah.
Hold it, and then come back this way. There we go. It's not. Cannot. I was thinking if we can get the sides to kind of hold, then maybe we can work the body of it rearward.
I wonder if turning it upside down and putting this on the table, strapping the whole thing down, and you can turn the edges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can do that.
Follow what I'm saying? Yep.
I can do that.
Yeah, better.
And I guess push come to shove, realistically, I could get another one to the other side. Yes, and this is going to have to kind of roll over.
Yeah.
Okay, the front just went down. My fingers don't bend the way that
We'll see
it
ya.
appears that.
Let me give you a little bit more slack here.
That actually makes it worse.
Worse?
There we go.
Okay.
I just need to grab a hold of it.
Now.
So,
Okay, I see where it's hooking now. I thought it was going on the top.
yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too, but that just doesn't,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
Okay, I see.
It doesn't seem to anyway. I assume that's supposed to be covered up.
It should be, but it may just, yeah, that side's okay. What we need to get this piece, you probably have the same strap corner
Yeah.
there.
Find this. God, all of this is just sharp.
Oh yeah.
We may have
Sheet metal.
made a mistake. You know you wanna just no, don't do that. Do the
There you go.
there we go.
Yeah. Actually, I think they actually even sharpened the
Okay,
edge.
yep. that has been done. I would like to take a moment to say, this is the point where having friends is useful. Please continue.
And now you got a lot more room to grab and pull here. And
There you go. And this stuff should just line where it lines.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't
it'll
worry
kinda-
about trying to get that Velcro set.
Yeah, until you get it put on, you know.
Look, it's nothing but on the sides.
Get everything pulled down and around. There you go.
So
Well, once it compresses,
we'll get our
I should have enough slack in the
Yeah.
cover to.
we'll get our artificial fat man on here. It's got like a
That the foam is in the way.
There we go.
might can
It's
roll
gonna
it.
make it hard to get the. It's gonna push the leather out.
Well,
makes it hard
maybe
to do.
just long enough for this will probably eventually work itself back out
Yeah.
and settle where it needs to settle.
Yeah.
There you go.
When it goes down around, it feels like it kind of locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it should. Yeah.
Now, as we hold it down, if you'll take the pressure off, the foam will put it in tension.
Well, there's one more that we gotta.
Okay.
Here's this corner one that
Yeah.
the foam has decided it wants to be in the way.
Away from the camera. All right.
Now we'll do a nice cinematic flip and spin. Ta-da! Insert firework explosions. Eagle flying across the back. All right, now after that Benny Hill theme experience of trying to get this together, pro tip: have like 5 friends available when you do this, or pay somebody. Both are valid options. Now we're going to take the opportunity. I'm going to grab some leather cleaner and clean on this just a little bit. I'm going to get some spray and spray down in here and get clean. Hit it with some lithium grease probably, and then we'll get it back in the truck and see if it works, and then not be surprised when it doesn't, because welcome to my life. Gradu grossness. Click. And I did these in the wrong order. And click. There we go. All right, so our seat is now together once more. The new foam's going to make it a lot more comfortable, which is going to be impressive considering these are some insanely comfortable seats in the first place. The seat heater will make my lower back issues less. They're just nice to have. And if I decide to sell the truck, you want your vehicle to be as operational as possible whenever you're selling it, so that you can get as much money as you can to fuel your horrible life decision automotive habits, because we all have them. Just look around. I'm surrounded by them. I think drugs might have been cheaper, but less familially acceptive. So don't do drugs, kids. Buy cars, buy motorcycles, buy both, and then you really can't afford drugs. So we're going to get the seat put in, make sure that it works, that all of its movement functions still operate, that the seat heater works right, and go to the house and have a good evening. But before we do any of that, if you're still watching, wow, you really just didn't have anything better to do, did you? So I appreciate you spending your time that you just had here with me in the shop. I hope this will have been somewhat entertaining, informative only in the manner of don't do what this idiot did. And I hope that we are able to do and find more things to get into in the future. That's, kind of what this is all about. Doing things in the shop, hanging with your friends, learning, wrenching on stuff, having a good time, and hopefully bringing a modicum of joy and happiness to our collective lives. The world's pretty good at putting us down, so we work together to make it a better place. Even if all we have to do in order to make that happen is to fix a seat. So thank you. From the very bottom of my ragged soul, thanks for hanging out. Let's get this thing in the truck. Wait! Kind of need this.